YouTube. It's your boy KJB, aka Mr. Arkansas, aka Lusa Manuel. Wow, it's true. Why is create? Why is a content creator is so very hard? Yes, it is. Being a content creator is very hard. I see what everybody talking about. It's rough. I've been at it for maybe like 6, 7 months, close to a year. I've been having a YouTube page for a while. It's just I wasn't ready into being a content creator. Then I started looking at other content creators on their shows, YouTube. So I decided to just take a chance like the rest of them. But yes, it is. It's kind of hard. But the only thing about it being that you get your YouTube channel or any type of channel, get on there with a camera and say what you gotta say. Some people are successful at it, some people ain't. I just give me a shot because I seen other people get on there. I was getting on there saying, saying stuff they wanted to say. So I said, well, maybe I give it a chance. Only thing about it, I probably could have did some more stuff with being a content creator, but I didn't want to take the chances of my job, so that's why I never try to do that work. Besides what I'm doing when I'm with my grandma. My first job, I didn't want to take a chance. I didn't want to take a chance doing that because it might be exposing a lot of stuff that people probably don't want to their business out how it is, and I didn't want to take it that far as trying to create something out of nothing. And if I did do that, I might have been exposing them for being, or for me just exposing them to doing what I was trying to do, trying to correct stuff. So, but it's rough. Getting their views and stuff like that, getting a lot of people to watch your stuff, it's rough. It ain't easy at all. But like everybody say, you gotta keep trying, and see what people like and what they don't like. That's pretty much what it is. Like right now, it's kind of raining outside, and it's not too bad. We've been getting rain the last couple of days. And being a content creator, you gotta do a lot of stuff for people actually look, what I'm saying, to look at your videos or see what do they like it or not, or enough for them to keep looking at it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just doing something. That's why when I got on there, I'm looking around, seeing people talking, I said, well, maybe I need to make some videos and maybe that work out. I got a certain amount of views, but I don't really think people too much like what I'm saying or whatever. Maybe they just ain't looked up none of the stuff that I've been saying about. But being this content creator, you gotta come up with a lot of stuff. But some people say you just get in front of the camera and talk. I think it's a little bit more than that. You just gotta come up with something different, some stuff that people like, and then I already know some people don't. A lot of folks, yeah, well, in the world, people don't know beside the person that you with or people that know you know. But around the world, a lot of people don't know you, so how stuff is these days, people don't like getting along with nobody too much. So they might not be looking at your stuff like you think they is. And then you got some that look at your stuff and they just think it's whack. So that's why it's so hard to be in the content creator. It's rough. You know what I'm saying? I barely get little views here and there. I still get one, two, maybe three views. Then sometimes they go up. But when I do try to get some views off stuff, I try to look and see what I'm actually doing. And then when I do get on there and talk about it, and then about some folks said a lot of copyright. How it's copyright, I don't know. I see a lot of people get on YouTube and they use stuff and then they use something that don't belong to them and they just talk over and talk about it and people still like it. But I don't know, it just I don't know. Being a content creator ain't, ain't it's rough. It's very rough and hard. But like I've been telling y'all, when I got this camera, I can hold, I can say something on it. Maybe one day somebody or some bunch of people would like what I'm saying, and maybe they work like that because coming up with something different every day, and then you try to add shit with it, it's a little difficult. A little difficult. But I see a whole lot of people that get on here. People like people stuff. I watch a whole lot of different people from day one. Well, the main guy I really was looking at when I first got on there on YouTube, was looking at YouTube was my boy Tommy Sotomayor. Some people liked him, some people hated him. But me personally, I liked what the man was saying and what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? Because how he was feeling, how some people is, I feel the same way. And I talk like this every day to people when people do stupid and ignorant stuff. And then when you say something about the situation, some people just don't like it. And then you got some people who just don't care. You got some people who just don't give a damn. So then you got some that just look at stuff just to be looking. I mean, being a content creator is rough. Like I said, you got to come up with some people expect you to do something different every day. Besides talking about this, talking about that, or saying something about this, saying something about that. Like I said, you got to come up with a whole lot of stuff. It's just like being a comic. You got to come up with some punchlines, jokes, and have creation on your own stuff. If people see you being on some. I mean, people see me doing somebody else crack. I mean, jokes and other stuff like that. I mean, they first thing don't come to their mind. You steal my material or you copyright. That's pretty much it. Pretty much it. I've been trying to make a lot of videos best way I can. You know what I'm saying? It was just something for me to do different. So when I started watching Tommy Sotomayor, and I started watching my boy Troy King's show, then I watched a few other guys now, you know what I'm saying? And then I was watching, I don't want to say his name because I want to think I'm trying to piggyback off of him, but I was watching a little bit of his stuff, and all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying, I started, after I started watching some of this stuff, I said, well, if a lot of elderly people can do it, a lot of middle-aged people can do it, maybe I get an opportunity just to get on there and start talking about certain stuff. But that's pretty much all I was doing. I wasn't really trying to create, you know what I'm saying, stuff like, you know, just to be creating stuff, but I just got on here to start talking what I see or what I see on TV or what's going on around the world. I pretty much thought talking about stuff going around the world or what going on in the states and other countries would help, or what I see like a normal thing I see every day, like fights, arguments, shooting, and killings, and that might work out for a certain extent, but people want to see fun in this, and people want to see comedy and stuff like that. So I haven't been doing that situation, but maybe I'll start pulling that out my hat and start doing it. You know what I'm saying? Being a content creator. I was just pretty much trying to see how, trying to feel my way in and see um, how many views actually I can get or subscribers. And it's rough getting subscribers too for me. I've been getting some here and there, but I am not reaching enough for me to try to get monetized. So I was hoping I get some type of help. You know, hoping a lot of people will watch my stuff as I go, but it seems like they're getting me nowhere. So I'm not gonna quit. I'm just gonna try to see can I do something different in order for me to give me some more subscribers, and you know, get people subscribe to my channel, or try to see can I get some more views, and just see can I add it up and see what that'll help out with. Being a content creator is really not that easy. A lot of people think this stuff easy, you know what I'm saying? But for some, like I said, some people got their gift of gab when it comes to stuff like that. You know? And Tommy Sotomayor was one of the guys that got the gift of gab, even though some people liked him, some people hate him. And most of the stuff he was saying was true, but like I said, he's like you said, he said some of most of his audience is women. I think most of it was a lot of guys that really hated him, and then he had a lot of females that liked him, but they turned their back on him, trying to go opposite ways. He didn't like that, which is fair. But you know, a lot of people got their own opinion about a lot of stuff. Being a content creator and how you say it and what you say, that's another part of it there. But as long as you get the opportunity to get in front of the camera and do stuff and say stuff like you feel, maybe one of these days, for me, it'll change. But right now, I'm just gonna make constantly trying to do what I can do for people to see my stuff, and maybe just to try to. I'm gonna give me some sleep on it though, to see what type of content creator I'm gonna try to do, and hoping, like I said, I'm hoping I get a chance to give me some subscribers, some more higher subscribers, and higher some more views higher, and give me some more audience that like what I'm saying, or maybe what I do down the line, to see would it work out for me. Now it don't work out for me. I'm still gonna try to do what I'm doing now. Try to make videos through the month and see will that work out still. I'm not gonna quit on it. It's just I'm trying to figure out have the time what to say and have the time what to do. That's my way to try to figure out what audience like. You know, I sit here and watch a lot of different stuff and I say different stuff, and maybe I'm not saying the way that people want me to see it, like a Bernie Mac type talk situation or some type of gimmick or something. But I don't mind getting behind no camera. But at first I didn't too much. I thought about it. I said, well, maybe I'm not good enough at it yet, but I'll work around it. But I'll work around it and keep working on it to see what type of stuff I actually can say. Well, I thought getting behind the camera and talk about stuff what I see or what I know will get me somewhere around, because I see a lot of people that do being a content creator does that type of stuff. But it's a little bit more than that. Like I said, a little bit rougher. But I'm gonna see. I'm gonna sleep on it some more. But long as I get behind the camera and talk about some certain stuff that's important, which I'm trying to get the people to listen to and what to listen to and learn, that's pretty much my really style of play. I'm really not trying to copyright nobody's stuff or nothing like that. I just look at certain stuff around the world, get on my camera and talk about it. So, but like a lot of people say, it ain't easy, which I found out the hard way. It ain't easy. Well, like, subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up on this video. I hope at least. I'll try to tell y'all why it's hard to being a content creator, because, like I said, it ain't easy to do. But like I said, subscribe to my channel, share it, watch the whole video. That's pretty much the thing about it. To get the people to watch the whole video, what you saying or what you trying to say, is kind of hard because they probably think it's boring. So, which is probably is to them. It's nothing exciting about it. You know what I'm saying? Just talking and doing this and saying that about stuff. So, but I hope, like I said, I hope you give me some more subscribers and some more views. And I'm always saying 15, 20 minutes of fame will get you somewhere, what it's called a rule or peace.